up, everyone? It's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because Prince Harry has just thrown his lawyer under the bus. So earlier on this week, the headline came out. Hazard has dragged Prince William and Princess Catherine into his lawsuit against the Daily Mail. Now, I did a video reporting on that, but I said, look, there's actually a deeper, more sinister story that not a lot of people have actually focused on, which is that it's also explaining how Hazard may have cooked up a scheme to try and essentially finagle with the statute of limitations. Yeah, well, there's an update to this whole freaking mess now, really, in the grand scheme of things. And, yeah, it's this. Hazard is throwing his lawyer under the bus. So he's now turning around and saying, right, oh, no, it's not my fault that Prince William and Princess Catherine were dragged into my lawsuit against the Daily Mail. It wasn't. It's not my fault at all. Whose fault is it? Oh, he's blaming his sodding lawyer, his barrister. Prince Harry has appeared to blame his own lawyer in a row over Prince William being dragged into his High Court case. Like, what the frick? And so we know that Hazard is suing the Daily Mail publisher for the same things, illegal information gathering, phone hacking, blah, 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 right? And so he's now trying to distance himself from his barrister by making it known that he was not responsible for the arguments at the hearing earlier on this week that dragged Prince William and Princess Catherine into his lawsuit. And so a source close to Hazard, and I believe it's Hazard himself, but whatever, okay, insisted that Hazard wasn't personally dragging his brother into the legal dispute and wasn't aware of the evidence presented as part of the general case argument made by his barrister David Sherburn. Source added that Harry was not responsible for the arguments made by David Sherburn. So this is the thing. You what? Do you believe that BS? Because I know I don't. Let me put it this way to you, okay, guys? I've dealt with lawyers in the past. I am friends with a number of lawyers, not only in America, but here in the UK as well. Very, very lucky and fortunate enough to call many of them my friends. And let me put it this way to you. A lawyer or barrister working for you is going to outline exactly what they're going to say. Is going to outline the exact arguments they're going to put forward into court before it ever is uttered in the court. Because the lawyer or barrister is the legal mouthpiece for you, right? They are talking, they are arguing on your behalf. And they're doing it because they have the qualifications to be able to do so. They have the legal know-how and the legal knowledge to be able to do so. We don't. That's why we hire lawyers and barristers to speak on our behalf and make the legal arguments and the legal statements in a language that we are just not fluent in. But they are, right? And before they even make those arguments, before they even make those statements, they walk it through with you. They say, right, I am your mouthpiece. I am your legal representative in this case. This is where I want to go. These are the arguments I want to make. This is what I want to say. What do you think to it? Because ultimately, the barrister and the lawyer, they work for you. It's not the other way around. It is unprecedented that a barrister or a lawyer is going to make an argument or going to make a statement that hasn't already been pre-agreed with the client in the first place. But this is essentially what Hazard is now trying to allegedly argue, right? But oh, no. I didn't know. I wasn't aware. I didn't have any prior forewarning. that my barrister, my lawyer, was going to drag my brother and my sister-in-law into the Daily Mail lawsuit. Bull effing shiz. Bull effing shiz. No. He knew. How could he have not known? How could he have not known? If he didn't know, if it's true, let's give him the benefit of the doubt, right? Before I go further and show you some more information. If it's true, right, what Hazard's saying, that he didn't have any prior forewarning that his lawyer, his barrister, was going to drag his brother and sister-in-law into his lawsuit against the Daily Mail, then the next thing Hazard should be doing is firing his barrister, firing his lawyer. Because ultimately his barrister and lawyer has done something that Hazard hasn't approved of, and based on his denial, still doesn't approve of it anyway. So the next thing Hazard should be doing is firing his barrister. And if he does not fire his barrister, then for me, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, it only means one thing. He's lying to you when he says he had no forewarning whatsoever that his lawyer was going to drag Prince William and Princess Catherine into the Daily Mail lawsuit. It's as simple as that. Now, Royal Thoughts on X reminded us actually of what Megsy also tried to do a few years ago now, saying first Meghan Markle was Little Miss Forgetful, and now it's being reported that Prince Harry's legal team hatched a scheme to mislead the High Court. Misinformation and lack of accountability, two things Prince Harry says he is. And this is the thing, right? Hazard now trying to throw his lawyer under the bus. For me, he is just promoting misinformation and lack of accountability. Misinformation because I don't believe it's denial in the first place. It makes zero damn freaking sense, as per my explanation earlier on. And secondly, he's not holding himself to account and being like, yeah, I agree to this. I agree to this. Of course they're going to be included because of X, Y, and Z. Blah, 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 right? Now, MRC over on X, she, hang on a minute, looks like, sorry, I'm just trying to, there we go. MRC here, when I can get the right clip up, sorry about this, guys, says Hazard is screwed essentially, whichever way he tries to explain this. Either he knew they were going to be included, or he's incompetent, ignorant, and dumb. Here we go. MRC at Brigantia on X saying, so he went straight to V-Wood, Victoria Ward, to claim innocence. Such rubbish. Of course he knew his brother and sister-in-law were going to be included. And if by chance he didn't, then he's more useless than it appears. As Royal Thought says here, liar, liar, pants are on frickin' fire. Now, Angela Levin has responded to all of this saying, and how he thinks he's going to be brought back into the warmth of the royal family. The only reason, as far as I'm concerned, right, that Hazard is denying that he agreed to this or that he knew prior that they were going to be dragged into his lawsuit is to try and keep the royal family sweet because he's trying to get back in, right? Oh, I see through this legal jiggery poo, don't you? And ultimately, right, Maria Montessori provides the ultimate smackdown. Sorry, Harry, but your barrister doesn't do anything without your say-so. Caught lying again. This case is nothing to do with William and Catherine. No, it's not. And like I said, a barrister, lawyer, is not going to make an argument in court or make a statement unless beforehand he's gone through it with the client and if the client agrees with it or not. So, if what Hazard is saying is true, right, and the barrister basically went rogue and produced an argument and statement bringing in Prince William and Princess Catherine without Hazard's without forewarning Hazza and without Hazza's agreement, then the next thing Hazza should do is fire his barrister because his barrister has gone rogue. And if he doesn't fire his barrister, then for me, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, only means one thing. Hazza's denial is a pack of lies. It's BS. He knew that the barrister was going to make that argument and bring in Prince William and Princess Catherine, and now he's just trying to publicly deny it and throw his barrister under the bus to publicly save face. That's my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. But enough about what I think. What do you guys think? With that being said, those watching live, stay exactly where you are. I'm not done with you guys yet. We're going to get into the third topic in a moment. Meg's plot with the government to get back into the royal family. Yeah, there's reports out there. What the deuce is going on? We're going to get into that in the third topic for today's live stream. If you haven't done so already, though, please do make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on Stef The Alter Nerd for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below on the replay, your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do you believe Hazza's denial, or do you think it's a load of BS? What do you guys think? If you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comments down below. Those watching live, stay exactly where you are. We're not done with you yet. But for those on the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.